वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णो वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णो वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः। Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Pranams from Dr. R.J. Kalpana. Welcome to the study of the Bhagavad Gita. In this session, we will study Chapter 1, Slokas 4, 5, 6 and 7. Atra Shura Maheshwasa Bhimarjuna Samayudhi Yuyudano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharataha Drushtaketushchekitanak Kashirajascha Viryavan Purujit Kuntibojascha Shaibhyascha Narapungavaha Yudamanyuscha Vikranta Uttamaujascha Viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyascha Sarva Eva Maharataha. There are in this army heroes wielding mighty bows and equal in military powers to Bhima and Arjuna. Satyaki and Virata, and the Maharati Drupada, Drishtaketu, Chekitana, and the valiant king of Kashi, and Purujit, Kuntiboja, and Saibhya, the best of men, and mighty Yudhamanyu, and valiant Uttamauja, Abhimanyu, the son of Subhadra, and the 5 sons of Draupadi, all of them Maharathis. In these 3 shlokas, 4, 5 and 6, Duryodhana is pointing out to his Guru Dronacharya the various warriors in the Pandava army who were considered equal in military skills to Bhima and Arjuna. We start with Satyaki, who was Arjuna's disciple, and although he was a Yadava like Krishna, he chose to fight alongside Arjuna. Duryodhana wanted to point out to Dronacharya that Arjuna's disciple was fighting for Arjuna, whereas Dronacharya's disciple Drishtadyumna was fighting against him. Now Satyaki was an Adhirathi, a warrior who can fight 60,000 warriors simultaneously. He survived the Kurukshetra war but met his death in the internecine feud of the Yadavas that led to the destruction of Dwaraka. Virata was the king of Matsya, where Pandavas spent 1 year of their incognito exile. Virata's daughter Uttara was married to Arjuna's son Abhimanyu. Virata and his 3 sons fought alongside the Pandavas and died during the Mahabharata war. Drupada was the king of Panchala and also considered to be a Maharati who can simultaneously fight with 720,000 soldiers, and died in the hands of Dronacharya during the Kurukshetra war. Drishtaketu was the son of Shishupala, king of Chedi, who also met his death at the hands of Dronacharya. Chekitana was a Maharati and a Yadava like Satyaki, and although he was one of the 7 commanders of the Pandava army, he died at the hands of Duryodhana. The king of Kashi was another great Maharati whose daughters Amba, Ambalika and Ambika, in the midst of their Swayamvar, were carried away by Bhishma for his step-brother Vichitravirya. Purujit and Kunti Bhoja were brothers of Kunti, the mother of the Pandavas and maternal uncles of Yudhishthira and his brothers. Purujit and Kunti Bhoja met their ends at the hands of Dronacharya during the war. Saibya was the father-in-law of Yudhishthir, who married Saibya's daughter, Devika. Saibya was not only a hero and a powerful fighter, but he was also a man of great character, and hence he was referred to as being the best of men. Yudamanyu and Uttamauja were brothers and princes of Panchala kingdom. In the formidable Vajravyuha battle formation, they were posted to guard the wheels of Arjuna's chariot. They were great fighters and warriors with immense strength, who met their hand at the hands of Ashwatthama while asleep at night. Abhimanyu was Arjuna's son, born from Subhadra, who was Krishna's sister. Abhimanyu married Uttara, daughter of Virata, king of Matsya, and he met a warrior's death on a particular day during the war when the Kaurava army adopted the deadly Chakravyuha battle formation led by Dronacharya. Impossible to breach and even more impossible to break through. The young warrior Abhimanyu, said to have heard of this particular battle formation while still in the womb of his mother, unfortunately knew only the entry points and not the exit points, and so he met his death in the Chakravyuha at the hands of the son of Dushasana. The 5 sons of Draupadi are Prativindya from Yudhishthira, Shrutasoma from Bhima, Shrutakarma from Arjuna, Satanika from Nakula, and Shrutasena from Sahadeva. And they were all killed by Ashwatthama in the middle of the night. Asmakam tu vishishtaye tani bodhadvijottama nayaka mama sainyasya sainyanartan bravimite. In Shloka 7, Duryodhana addresses Dronacharya as Dvijottama, meaning the twice-born Brahmin who undergo the sacred thread ceremony. So they are born once in the physical world and they are born a second time in the spiritual world. And so Dronacharya is addressed as the best of Brahmanas. O best of Brahmanas, know them also who are the principal warriors on our side, the generals of my army. For your information, I mention them below. Here Duryodhana points out that it's not just the Pandava army alone that contains formidable warriors, but Mama Sainyasya, my army, also contains great heroes and valiant fighters. Mama Sainyasya, my army, and therein lies the seed of destruction, the ego. There is this well-known story about Ramanujacharya, the founder of the school of Vishishtadvaita philosophy, who in 11th century, on advice from Tirukatchinambigal, travelled to Tirukoštiyur to learn the Ashtakshari mantra and its mystical secrets from Tirukoštiyur Nambi. He walked from Srirangam to Tirukoštiyur, a distance of around 110 kilometers, and knocked on the door. A voice asked, "Who is it?" Ramanuja answered, "It is I, Ramanuja." The voice from inside replied, "Kill the I and return." Story has it that undeterred by the response, Ramanuja braved this journey 17 times, and each knock resulted in the same question and the same answer. Finally, in the 18th trip, when the voice asked, "Who is it?" Ramanuja, now wiser, replied, "Adiyen Dasan, a humble servant." This here contains a great secret for travelers on the path of dharma, for travelers on the spiritual path. For the doors of spiritual knowledge will not open for those who knock upon it with egotistical arrogance. The proper etiquette is to walk on the path of dharma, on the path of spiritual realization, silently, secretly, sacredly. Om Yogesho Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samstapakam Veeram Krishno Vande Jagat Gurum Shri Krishno Vande Jagat Gurum. Om Shri Krishnarpanamastu.